Good afternoon, and welcome to our Orleans Parish Communications District offices. As you walked in, you probably saw the tables out there and even a button where the motto is "Show Up." But one thing about it, the call center does not stand alone when it comes to showing up. At the time of emergencies and tragedies, consistently you and we have shown you that as a unified command and focusing on public safety, we all show up every single day. And I believe that was crystal clear as it related to the Hard Rock collapse. And I say that because I appreciate the men and women who protect and serve us at every single level, and it's demonstrated here this afternoon. From our public safety officials, absolutely within the city of New Orleans, but including the state of Louisiana. It matters. And we are here unified this afternoon to showcase and pretty much cut the ribbon on a new app. And it's a Rave panic button application that will be on cell phones in any way that you can activate and use technology. We see that it is imperative that we do everything possible as a city, as a state, as a school system, collectively, public, private, and parochial, to ensure that our students, our faculty have the tools that they need should tragedy land at their doorsteps. We know that we have seen issues from across the country, and we're trying to be, again, as proactive as possible in our leadership positions to be prepared and making sure that our people and our young people have the tools that they need to respond. So the Rave panic button is really just that, a smartphone application, as I mentioned, but designed to speed up the response should anything happen. You know, a lot of this technology improvements that we've been able to make here in the city of New Orleans has really been at the forefront, I would say, of our director, Tyrell Morris. And he has played a tremendous role, even with the city of New Orleans getting the best rating we've gotten as it relates to our, our fire protection rating. And so it had a lot to do with the use of technology. This is just another step, but in a different direction, all leading to protecting our people. So with that, Tyrell, I'm going to bring you on up, man. And thank you for what you do for us.
Thank you very much, Mayor.
You show up.
That's right, show up. For those of you all that don't know, show up is the service standards that we apply here at OPCD for our staff and every interaction that our staff have, whether they have with each other, a member of the public, public safety field responder. We have defined what that experience should be. So show up is we expect you to be sincere and empathetic, honest and humble, optimistic, well-informed and willing, upbeat and positive, and procedurally compliant in every single step that you take when you represent this organization. I had the distinct pleasure to represent the 180 heroes under the headset that work at OPCD every single day. We are an agency that takes over 1 million calls a year, and we have recently simplified our mission to be just that, to get the right people to the right place at the right time better than anybody else in the world. We recently just added that when we came to this Rave technology, and I always ask the question to staff, why are we doing this? Sometimes it's obvious, but we ask that question to everybody in the organization to reconnect them to the mission. And here, as we've seen countless times again, this nation, when we experience incidents of particular active shooter, timing is of the essence. So the Rave technology today we're announcing is we made available to every school in Orleans Parish, free of charge, thanks to our partnership with the Louisiana State Police and an initiative sponsored by our governor, John Bell Edwards, made this a reality for us today. And so what we are excited to announce is not only when the school pushes the button, but we have carved down the call processing time from over a minute to a matter of seconds. So now simultaneously when a button is hit on the application in any school or facility we determine to be high hazard, not only do we get the call in real time, we also are sending an alert to everybody in that facility that there's an emergency going on and you need to take the appropriate course of action to protect yourself. That is where the true life-saving technology comes into play. It's not necessarily the call to 911, but how do we get the information back to other people who are in this space so we can give them instructions on how to protect themselves. So I'm up here with a group of heroes who are just committed to the mission as much as I am, and we are here at OPCD. So thank you all for your continued leadership and your partnership, and ain't no stopping us now. So with that, I'm going to ask Colonel Reeves from the Louisiana State Police to come give some remarks.
Yes, come on, Colonel.
Thank you.
Good afternoon. Let me begin by thanking Mayor Cantrell for your leadership and the leadership of your entire public safety team that's behind us, and also for the partnerships and relationships that we share every day in working together as one team to provide public safety to the citizens and visitors of New Orleans. We're here today to talk about Rave, and I'd like to thank the Governor Edwards for his leadership and vision in ensuring the safety and security of our children, their parents, and our school staff. His direction in forming the Blue Ribbon Commission, allowed us to team together with our local and parish law enforcement, along with our school officials, in partnership with all of them, to coordinate and execute safety and security assessments for all schools throughout Louisiana. Let me give you all some background. That's a huge undertaking. This was the first assessment of its type and scope in Louisiana. We assessed over 1,600 schools. They were physically evaluated by commissioned law enforcement in partnership with our school systems. We analyzed that data from the evaluations. We looked at best practices across the country, looked at plans, guides, and technologies from other agencies and states, and we made recommendations and looked at best practices. Out of all that came the recommendation that we go with implementing the Rave app as a technology solution that has proved critical in providing safety for our schools. The implementation of Rave in Orleans Parish schools is a huge step in providing our educators with the means to quickly notify and effectively communicate law enforcement and first responders tied together during an emergency. And as we continue to move forward, I'd like for everybody to please know the Louisiana State Police remains committed to school safety by working together with all stakeholders to ensure that we are doing everything possible to protect our most precious assets, and that's our children. They are our future, and thank you very much again for allowing us to stand here with you today and partner with you, and thank you to Rave.
Thank you, Colonel.
Thank you, sir. It's our pleasure.
And when you talk about schools, it really does start with strong partnerships with not only the city of New Orleans, but absolutely with the New Orleans Public Schools. So with that, I'm going to ask Dr. Henderson Lewis to come on forward, sir.
Thank you, Mayor, and thank you for your continued leadership. The safety of our students, we know, and our teachers are a top priority for NOLA Public Schools. And that's why today I'm standing with officials across the city of New Orleans to talk about the importance of school safety. And we all know when it comes down to emergency situations, every second matters. And so today I want to thank the Orleans Parish Communication District, the City of New Orleans Emergency Responders, and Louisiana State Police for offering this opportunity to our students to utilize this app in the case of an emergency. We've already heard this afternoon that in seconds, being able to get the appropriate individuals at the school to support our teachers and our students. But not only to get them there, but for everyone in the building to be aware that there is an emergency that's happening and to take the appropriate steps necessary, as it was said earlier, to protect our precious jewel, our students, our teachers. And I would like to take this time to show our gratitude to our Governor, John Bell Edwards, our state legislator, as well as the Louisiana State Police for making this service free to our schools. We owe it to our students. I say we also owe it to our teachers, and we owe it to our families to empower them with the necessary tools to keep our school campus alert, trained, and prepared for these types of emergencies. So we're very grateful here at NOLA Public Schools to have this additional resource to protect our young people. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Dr. Lewis. And as you said, it was free on your end, but know that it was, and it is, an investment that you all and our students are the most worthiest to have. So with that, we're going to keep it going with Dr. Houston, who is with the Archdiocese of New Orleans. Dr. Houston.
Good afternoon. As Dr. Lewis said, I'd like to thank our Governor, John Bell Edwards, for making this opportunity available to us. Thank you to Mayor Cantrell, to all of our public safety officials for everything that they do each day to help keep our communities safe. I'm representing the Archdiocese of New Orleans on behalf of our Safe Environment Coordinator, Sister Mary Ellen Willihan, and Archbishop Amond. Please know that we are grateful for your support. One of our top priorities in the Archdiocese of New Orleans is the safety and well-being of our school communities. That includes our students, our parents, our faculty and staff. We are happy to continue our work in partnership with our civil authorities, with all law enforcement agencies, including the state police, to make our school communities safe places to learn and to continue to grow in faith. Again, we are appreciative of all that you have done to make this possible. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Houston. It is All Saints Day as well. Happy
Yes,
All
it is.
Saints Day. And the Communications District is just nestled right in here of all the, around the folks who've been here. We're standing on their shoulders right now. With that, I will invite our Superintendent Sean Ferguson with the New Orleans Police Department. Chief.
Thank you, Mayor. New Orleans Police Department is pleased to be a part of this initiative, working with our partners at the Orleans Parish Communications Division and all of our schools across the Orleans Parish to improve our response to any incidents that may threaten our school or our students while they're in school. As the Chief Law Enforcement Agency for the City of New Orleans, it is our commitment, it is our priority, it is incumbent upon us to take advantage of every opportunity that we can to make sure that we are doing our very best in providing the best service to the City of New Orleans. This mobile app in itself does just that. What it does is it gives the educators an opportunity to make sure that they're informing we as law enforcement agencies or all of our public safety partners quicker, faster, as much as possible, information as much as we can get they can get to us as possible to make sure that we are effective and efficient in what it is that we're supposed to be doing when we respond to any emergencies involving our students. As such, we definitely understand and we should all be grateful knowing that minutes and seconds are very critical in responding to emergencies around any incident there is. So while we hope that our teachers are never ever put in a position to have to use this particular app, we do know the importance of this app and we appreciate this app. With that being said, this coordination with everyone that you see in front of you, our number one priority is to make sure that our schools, our students, and our educators are safe every day. Thank you.
Absolutely. Thank you, Chief. And I'm going to call on our Director of Homeland Security, Director Arnold.
Thank you. Afternoon, everybody. What you see here today is an incredible partnership between public safety agencies, our schools, and mobile technology. The first 2 years of operation of the city's real-time crime center and what Tyrell has done with OPCD in his tenure here are a testament to the key role that technology can play in enhancing situational awareness and supporting public safety. This tool, the Rave app, furthers that mission by giving first responders key real-time information when responding to an incident at a school. I'm very proud of the level of coordination, planning, and data sharing that has gone into the launch of this app. Thanks to Colonel Reeves with the Louisiana State Police and Director James Wascom of the Governor's Office of Homeland Security, and obviously the Governor himself, John Bell Edwards. We work together, and we know that this technology can save lives when seconds count and minutes matter. This program complements existing efforts that we've made to enhance safety and security in our local schools. We've passed local and state legislation to collect school floor plans so that our first responders know where they're going when responding to an incident at a school. We also meet quarterly as an office with school emergency managers as a branch of our local emergency management planning committee. We have them on speed dial. When we have incidents with weather or any type of incident that befalls this city, including the Hard Rock incident, we're able to reach out to schools and universities immediately when they have to make critical decisions about opening, closing, and the safety of their students, faculty, and staff. Alongside our law enforcement partners, we also conduct active shooter training and preparedness training to school administrators, and you can find out about that at ready.nola.gov. We've unfortunately seen schools the target of gun violence across this country, And I'll echo what Sean said. I hope that we never have to use this app, ever. But I know that we need to also do everything that we can to be prepared should the unthinkable happen. Thanks.
Thank you. And Director Arnold and Colonel Ebert with Public Safety and Homeland Security has also made it a priority to provide active shooter training not only to schools, but churches throughout our community as well, and businesses. So we do encourage the church community, even schools that may not have gone through it, or businesses, please contact us, and the information is on our website at NOLA.gov, but we are here to serve, and public safety is our top priority. With that, I'm going to ask Mr. Mark Benton. Now, he is with Rave. He is Rave with us in New Orleans right now.
Yes,
and
ma'am.
come on forward and,
Well,
and
thank you
share
so
a little
much,
bit
Your
more.
Honor. It's a pleasure. Ladies and gentlemen, I apologize. Everybody's got these little small cards. I've got big ones because I'm old and I can't see quite so well.
As
So
long
bear
as we
with
can
me.
see that button on that app. That's all
Yes,
we
ma'am.
need.
That's all that matters. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you. Rave Mobile Safety is proud to be working with the Orleans Parish Communications District and all of the public safety agencies and schools represented here today. Orleans Parish schools will join the ranks of thousands of others across the country that have also strengthened their emergency response communications capabilities through Rave Panic Button. Unfortunately, we all know too well the threat exists in the schools across the country, even in Louisiana. With Governor Edwards' leadership on the state level, along with public safety school officials on the local level, some major enhancements to the school safety are underway.
And that was with Governor John Bell Edwards.
Yes, ma'am.
All right.
Yes, ma'am. Rave Panic Button takes all the great work that schools have done to develop emergency procedures to the next level by ensuring that the staff members who already know how to respond in the event of emergency as soon as possible know when to put these vital plans into action. Reducing reaction time saves lives. We all know that. The Rave Panic Button app enables teachers, staff, and administrators to quickly request immediate assistance from law enforcement or other first responders in the event of a medical emergency, fire, active shooter, or other crisis. When an authorized user activates the app, it simultaneously calls 911, as well as first responders that can be dispatched while delivering immediate notification as to the type and the location of the emergency to other school employees and responders that are on site. This notification of the school staff allows for a more rapid response from on-site personnel. So our SROs and others that are there can get a lot quicker information on what's taking place. As you've already heard from Director Morris, the state has provided all 911 centers with a companion application called Rave 911 Suite that provides 911 personnel and other public safety officials with the ability to view key information about a school's, excuse me, I lost my place here in just a second, I apologize. Public safety officials have always key information about the school in order to decrease the response time and improve situational awareness for our first responders. It also provides the ability to send follow-up information and notifications back and forth between the school that's in threat and the first responders during the course of the entire incident. Once again, Rave Mobile Security is proud to be partnered with Orleans Parish, the state of Louisiana, in this critical school initiative. And we again thank Mayor Cantrell for allowing us into her city and her parish.
Absolutely. Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Excuse
And as we wrap up, I think it's hopefully you've gotten the message that public safety is our top priority. And this is why the administration is really asking our residents, as it relates to $500 million in bond sales going out, that our residents have to vote on November the 16th, in addition to a rededication of 3 mills towards public safety. We're not making it up. We want to keep good things going. We want to double down our efforts to ensure that public safety remains a top priority throughout the city of New Orleans, and absolutely in partnership with the Unified Command with our state police as well. So with that, thank you all so much. Thank you for coming.